we was going to hold this tent service off at this college town, and we got there about dinner time on Saturday. Different ones of us thought that we'd ought to get us a mouthful to eat before, so we got off the truck and followed this little bunch of people through this small little bitty patch of woods there. And we come up on this big sign that said, "Get something to eat here." I went up and got me 2 hot dogs and a big orange drink. And before I could take a mouthful of that food, this whole raft of people come up around me and got me where I couldn't eat. And up like I dropped my big orange drink. Well, friends, they commenced to move, and there wasn't so much as I could do to move, but to move with them.
Oh, I don't have it that way. I can't.
There you go. Well,
We commenced to go through all kind of doors and gates, and I don't know what all. And I looked up there, and one of them says North Gate. We kept on going through there, and pretty soon this feller come up to me and he said, "Tickets, please." And I said, "Friend, I don't have a ticket. I don't even know where it is I'm going." Well, he says, "Come on out as quick as you can." And I said, "I'll do her. I'll turn right around the first chance I get." Well, we kept on moving through there, and pretty soon everybody got to where it was they was going because it parted and I could see pretty good. And friends, what I seen was this whole raft of people sitting on 2 banks looking at one another across this pretty little green cow pasture. Somebody had took and drawed white lines all over and drove posts in it, and I don't know what all. And I looked down there and I seen 5 or 6 convicts running up and down and blowing whistles. And then I looked down there and I seen these pretty girls wearing these little bitty short dresses and dancing around. And so I thought I'd sit down and see what it was that they was going to happen. About the time I got sat down good, I looked down there and I seen 30 or 40 men come running out of one end of a great big outhouse they had down there. Everybody where I was a-sitting got up and hollered. And I asked this fellow that was sitting beside of me, I said, "Friend, what is it they're hollering for?" Well, he whopped me on the back and he says, "Buddy, have a drink." And I says, "I believe I will have another big orange." And I got it and I sat back down. When I got there again, I seen that the men had gotten these 2 little bitty bunches down there real close together, and they voted. They elected 1 man apiece, and them 2 men come out in the middle of that cow pasture and shook hands like they hadn't seen one another in a long time. Then a convict come over to where they was standing. What was that?
That was me laughing.
I thought we was fixing to explode. They shook hands like they hadn't seen one another in a long time. And then one of them convicts come over to where they was standing, and he took out a quarter, and they commenced the odd man right there. After a while, I seen what it was. There was an odd man in for it. Was that both bunches full of them men wanted this funny-looking little brown pumpkin to play with. And I know, friends, to this day that they couldn't eat it because they kicked it the whole evening and it never busted. Both bunches full wanted that thing. One bunch got it and made the other bunch just as mad as they could be. Friends, I seen that evening the awfulest fight I ever seen in my life. They would run at one another and kick one another and throw one another down and stomp on one another and grind their feet in another and I don't know what all. And just as fast as one of them get hurt, they'd tote him off and run another on. Well, they did that as long as I sat there, but pretty soon that boy that had said, "Tickets, please," he come up to me and he said, "Friend, you're going to have to leave because you don't have a ticket." And I said, "Well, all right." And I got up and left. I don't know, friends, to this day what it was that they was doing down there, but I have studied about it. And I think it is some kindly of a contest where they see which bunch full of them men can take that pumpkin and run from one end of the cow pasture to the other without either getting knocked down or stepping in something.